The cake sat untouched, its candles melted into waxy pools, as laughter from the next room stabbed my chest like a dull blade. My 20th birthday, and the apartment buzzed with friends, their voices a chaotic hum against the clink of glasses. But it was her absence, Lila's, that gnawed at me. She'd slipped out 30 minutes ago, her phone clutched tight, whispering, "Just a quick call, Ben, I'll be back." I'd smiled, nodded, ignored the twist in my gut. Now, standing in the dim kitchen, the glow of fairy lights mocking my unease, I heard it. Her laugh, bright and unguarded, drifting from the balcony. Not alone. With him. Ethan. My best friend since college. The air thickened, my pulse a drumbeat in my throat. Something was wrong. Terribly wrong. I gripped the counter, the cold marble biting my palms. The party's noise felt distant, like a radio tuned to static. Lila's laugh came again, sharp and intimate, followed by Ethan's low murmur. My mind scrambled for excuses. She was planning a surprise, maybe, or they were just catching up. But the weight in my chest knew better. I'd seen the signs for weeks. Her late-night texts, the way her eyes darted away when I asked who she was messaging, the sudden work dinners that left her perfume lingering on her coat until midnight. I'd swallowed every doubt, chalking it up to my own paranoia. Love does that, blinds you until the truth cuts too deep. The balcony door was ajar, a sliver of night air seeping in, carrying their voices. I moved closer, my sneakers silent on the hardwood. The fairy lights strung above cast jagged shadows, like cracks in my reality. "You're sure he doesn't know?" Ethan's voice, low and urgent, sliced through the hum of the party. My breath caught, a fist squeezing my lungs. Lila's reply was softer, almost tender. "He trusts me. Us. It's fine." The words landed like shrapnel, each one tearing through the fragile trust I'd built over 3 years. I froze, my hand hovering over the door handle, torn between storming out and retreating to the safety of denial. I didn't move. Couldn't. My mind replayed every moment. Her hand brushing Ethan's at the bar last month, the way she'd laughed too long at his jokes, the group hangout texts that never included me. Small things easily dismissed until they weren't. The party churned on behind me, oblivious. Someone cranked the music, a pulsing beat that drowned out their words, but not the ache in my chest. I wanted to scream, to demand answers, but my body betrayed me, rooted to the spot. What was I afraid of? The truth? Or losing her completely? Finally, I pushed the door open, the hinges creaking like a warning. The balcony was small, bathed in the city's amber glow. The distant honk of cars a faint pulse below. Lila stood close to Ethan, her dark hair catching the light, her hand resting on his arm. They turned startled, her eyes wide with something, guilt? Fear? Ethan's face tightened, but he didn't step back. "Ben," Lila said, her voice too bright, like glass about to shatter. "You're missing your own party." "Am I?" My voice was steady, but inside I was unraveling. What's going on out here? The question hung heavy, a challenge I couldn't take back. Ethan shifted, his jaw tight, but Lila laughed, a nervous, brittle sound. "Just talking, babe. You know how Ethan gets about his work drama." She stepped toward me, her hand outstretched. But I flinched. Her touch felt like a lie now. "Work drama," I echoed, my eyes flicking to Ethan. He wouldn't meet my gaze, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. The silence stretched, taut and suffocating, until I couldn't stand it. "You've been out here for half an hour. On my birthday. With him." My voice cracked, betraying the anger simmering beneath. Lila's smile faltered, and for a moment I saw it. Panic, raw and unguarded, flickering in her eyes. "Ben, don't do this," she said, softer now, almost pleading. "You're making it something it's not." But her words felt rehearsed, like lines from a script she'd practiced. Ethan finally spoke, his voice low. "Man, it's your day. Let's not ruin it." Ruin it? As if I was the one breaking everything apart. The hypocrisy burned, fueling the heat rising in my chest. I wanted to believe her. God, I did. I wanted to cling to the Lila who'd kissed me awake that morning, who'd spent weeks planning this party, who'd whispered she loved me under the stars last summer. But the Lila standing before me felt like a stranger, her eyes dodging mine, her hand still hovering like she didn't know whether to reach for me or pull away. "Tell me the truth," I said. my voice barely above a whisper. Now. She hesitated, and that pause was louder than any confession. Ethan stepped forward, his hand on her shoulder. A small, protective gesture that felt like a punch. Ben, it's not what you think, he started, but I cut him off. Then what is it? I snapped, my voice rising. The party noise faded behind me, heads turning our way. Because it looks like my girlfriend and my best friend are sneaking around behind my back. On my fucking birthday. The words tasted bitter, but they felt true. Each one a release of the doubt I'd carried for weeks. Lila's eyes filled with tears, but they didn't fall. Ben, I love you, she said, her voice trembling. But things have been hard. You've been so distant, and Ethan, he was there. Her words hit like a slow-motion crash, each syllable dismantling the life I thought we had. Ethan didn't move, didn't deny it, his silence a confirmation I hadn't wanted. Distant. I laughed, a hollow, ugly sound. I've been planning our future, Lila. Saving for a ring. And you. My voice broke, the weight of her betrayal crushing me. You chose him. The party had gone quiet now, the air thick with awkward stares. I didn't care. All I saw was her, and the man I'd called my brother, standing too close, their secrets exposed under the city lights. I turned to leave, my chest tight, my vision blurring. Lila called after me, her voice desperate, but I didn't stop. The apartment felt suffocating. The fairy lights now a cruel reminder of a happiness that wasn't mine. I grabbed my coat and walked out, the door slamming behind me. The night air hit my face, sharp and cold, but it couldn't numb the ache. I wandered the city streets, the neon signs blurring through unshed tears. My phone buzzed, Lila's name flashing, but I ignored it. Instead, I replayed every moment, every red flag I'd ignored. The truth was I'd known. Deep down I'd felt it. But love makes you stupid, makes you hope against reason. Hours later, my phone buzzed again. Not Lila. Ethan. A single text. Check your email. I'm sorry. My stomach twisted as I opened it, finding a forwarded message. A thread between him and Lila, dated weeks ago. Plans to meet. Confessions of feelings. A photo of them, too close, in a bar I didn't recognize. But it was the last line that stopped me cold, from Lila to Ethan, sent just hours ago. He's gone. It's just us now. I stared at the screen, the words searing into me. She hadn't just betrayed me, she'd chosen him fully, the moment I walked away. But then, a second email loaded, one Ethan had sent directly to me. I ended it tonight. I couldn't do it to you. She's not who you think, Ben. Neither am I, forgive me. The city pulsed around me, indifferent. Lila had chosen him, but Ethan had chosen me. The betrayal was complete, yet fractured in ways I couldn't process. I stood there, under the weight of a shattered trust, knowing nothing would ever be the same.